welcome back to Kami's Classroom here at the Op. I am joined today by Jayne. I'm Kami, and we are here to play through Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle, Defense Against the Dark Arts. This is our two-player competitive standalone deck building game. So the first thing that Jayne and I are going to do is pick our houses. We've already done this, so we have our cards here in front of us. You'll notice that I am Gryffindor, Jayne is a Slytherin. The nice thing about this is each of these cards is double-sided. So we could have played both as Slytherin or both as Gryffindor if we had wanted to, where there are enough components in the game that is a possibility. The game is played over 5 rounds. It is the first person to get 3 stuns within those 5 rounds. So you'll see over here on our card, we have little stun spots. This is where those markers are going to go if one of us gets stunned, and I'm hoping it's not going to be me first. We have our starting decks of cards. These are going to have our spells in it, our 7 Alohomora each, our cauldron, and our wand. And we're going to get to choose our ally. Jayne, which would you like to be?
Well, since I am a Slytherin and I love attacking and I love cats, I'm going to have to go with the cat.
That is a great choice. I'm going to choose the owl. What I love about the owl is it allows me to get better cards over time because I can put an influence on there. So this is where I'm going to choose to put into my deck. These other 2 cards get discarded or returned to the box.
And my power for this cat is once per turn. If you played at least 3 spells, you gain 1 attack.
So that's great.
So goodbye, the rest of you.
There we go. Okay, let's move this one out of the way. I don't want us to be stunned a little too soon. So let's talk through the setup of this game because we didn't talk through that as much in our last video at the classroom. So you'll notice here we have our stack of Hogwarts cards. We're going to reveal the top 4 cards, and then over here in the library we have our ever-present stack of books. There are 8 of these. Once again, they're going to give us 2 influence, or they magically banish themselves back to the library. And over here on this far side of the board from us, we have our hexes. So as we play the game, there's going to be certain cards that will allow us to hex one another. That puts those cards either into our hand or in our discard pile. The game is played over the 5 rounds, and for the first round, you're going to only have these starting basic cards. For each successive round, you are going to have the cards that you acquired throughout the game. So you're going to constantly be building a bigger deck over these rounds. So let's shuffle up. Okay. You are going to draw a hand of 5 cards. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Jayne, would you like to go first?
I would love to.
Okay, go ahead and tell us what you're doing.
All right. So to start off with, I have 3 Alohomoras.
Okay. Those are going to give you your influence tokens. So go ahead and take 3 of them.
Okay. And then I have my cauldron, which gains me an influence or a health. Since I haven't been damaged, I'm going to be taking the influence.
Good choice.
And then I have my wand, which causes me to deal 1 damage to you.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, so she already handed it over to me. You've got these attack tokens. So the way attacking and healing works is you are going to move. If you've been attacked, you're going to move your pawn 1 space back on the game board here. So you'll notice that there are 8 spaces from the starting center, which you cannot cross, all the way down to the stun side. So the goal of each hand, or each round, is to push your opponent all the way back to this stun so that they are forced to take that stun token onto their player board. So I have done so. I get to return this back into the pool. Okay. Would you like to acquire a card with your influence?
I would love to. So my options are Sonorous and Protego, or a book, since I have 4. Mm-hmm. And I will be taking Sonorous.
Okay.
This card allows me to gain 1 attack and 2 influence. And should I gain a Hufflepuff ally in the future, I would be able to activate this bottom power, which is draw a card. And it goes into my discard.
This is going to refill. Ooh, Tarantalegra. I love this spell, though. It is the Dancing Feet spell, so it makes it really fun. I have my first ally that is out here. What I love about allies is they are going to stay out through the game. So as you put them out, they're going to give you power that you can use on each and every one of your turn. The owl's effect is that I can add an influence to that card each turn, just one, or I can take all the influence off so I can get a great spell, like Talentalegra. Okay,
I won't tell anyone that you don't know how to pronounce.
Okay. I like this one right over here.
It's a secret. It's a secret between us.
Okay. Thanks. Please, if anybody else notices I can't pronounce it, don't tell anybody either. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Aloha Mora, which is our unlock spell. This is unlocking the powers of the wizarding world and allowing us a glimpse of what's on the other side. They're each giving me an influence, which gives me a total of 4. Mm-hmm. I am going to choose... Actually, I'm going to choose to put 1 on my owl. This is going to allow me to get that one later. And I'm just going to add books to my hand. At this point in time, I think that is going to be my best option. So I'm going to do that. Everything I've played plus the card I acquired is going to go into my discard pile and draw a fresh hand of 5 cards. That should be everything you have left because your starting hands or your starting deck is 10 cards. So here we go. Jane, It is your turn again.
Excellent. All right. So I have my cat. Again, it's once per turn. If I play at least 3 spells, I gain 1 attack. Which, how convenient. I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 Aloha Moras, which gave me 4 influence.
And the cat's going to give you that attack.
As well as an attack.
Yep.
Take that.
Okay, I just seem to be getting handed attack over and over again. This is not going to work out so well for me, I don't think.
Okay, and so I can buy Protego.
Okay.
And I will do that. And remember, this guy stays out, and this one will be on top of my discard, which now I shuffle to draw a new hand of 5 cards.
Great. Okay, then I guess it's ready for me. I'm going to play my wand and gain an attack. Guess who I'm going to aim this at?
I don't know. My cat?
Yes, I wish. Okay, so I also have 3 Aloha Mora. Each Aloha Mora gives me an influence, so we'll add that over here. And a cauldron, which is going to either heal me for 1 or give me another influence. Let's see what my option is here as to what I want to do. Oh, it's another Protego. I am going to take the influence again. This might not be the wisest choice, but we'll see. I'm going to use my attack on you.
Okay. Thank you. I think. No.
You think?
No.
Okay. And... once again, I'm going to add something to my owl. I'm just adding more books to my hand. So we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I have my cauldron, which gains me an influence or a health. I'm still pretty healthy, so I'm going to maybe make the wrong choice and get an influence. I have 3 Aloha Moras, which gain me 3 more influence. And I have a Protego. It's gain 1 influence and 1 health, and I may banish a hex in the discard pile, or in my discard pile, and if I do, I gain 2 attack. I don't have any hexes yet, so I'm just going to gain a health and an influence, which gives me 5.
Okay.
So this is the card I've been eyeing, and I am going to screw up the pronunciation, but it is Desenfuego?
Denswago.
Densfuego? It's karma.
This one I can pronounce. For some
Yeah.
reason, the other one I cannot.
All right. And so this helps me twofold.
Yes.
So its basic power is to gain 2 health, or an opponent puts a hex in their discard pile. And since I am a Slytherin and it is a Slytherin card, I get to activate the bottom power, which is gain 1 attack. So this goes into my discard pile, and I'm very happy to have this.
That's a good one for you. I'm really hoping for Luna. This is why I've been putting all my influence over here, is I want to get Luna on my team.
Oh, I knew.
Yeah, so we're hoping I can get to that 6 influence before you can.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. I had 3 spells.
Are you sure?
Let's double check. I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay, well then that's going to be 1 more attack for me right over here.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Aloha Mora.
Oh no.
I am going to use my cauldron to heal. But here's where I'm finally going to take this owl into play. So what the owl has done, actually let's take these influence tokens from my Alohomora. The owl's choice is to either set one on here or I can pull them all off to use them. So I am now going to be the proud owner of 6 influence tokens, which I can use to acquire Luna Lovegood. So I started out the game as a Gryffindor. Luna allows me to also use the house abilities of my other allies. So anything cards that come up that have a Ravenclaw, I can do that. So she's going to move to my discard pile. Let me slide her over here. So for the sake of gameplay, we are going to speed this up at this point, and we're going to come back at the end of this round, and you'll see how we've done. So give us a little bit here, and we'll see where we're at in about 4 or 5 more turns. Okay, so welcome back. We are here, and Jayne is probably going to stun me on this turn. So let's see how this plays out. If you look at where we're at now, you'll notice Jayne has added a Hufflepuff to her Slytherin ally. I now have Ron and Luna added into my hand, so I've added a Ravenclaw ability. She has been hexing me like crazy. I have one currently in my hand, so we'll talk about that after this turn if I don't get another one. So
Okay.
Go ahead, Jayne.
All right. So I have 2 Alohomoras, which give me 2 influence.
Excellent.
I have Protego, gain an influence and a health. I'm just prolonging your suffering.
Oh, are you actually going to knock me out?
I am actually going to knock you out this turn.
Okay, so it looks like I will get stunned here.
Okay. I've already played 3 spells, so I'm going to activate my cat, gain 1 attack. I have Petrificus Totalis, which I can gain an attack or choose one of my opponent's allies in play. Normally I would choose to get rid of one of her allies, but because I know I'm going to stun her with this card, I'm going to take the attack.
Okay.
And I have Priori Incantanum, which lets me choose a spell I've played this turn, and I may copy the effects of that spell.
Okay.
So I'm copying my Petrificus Totalis and gaining another attack.
Excellent.
So
So at this point in time, you can still use your influence to get a card from out here if you want. And I will take my 3 attack, 1, 2, and 3. This sends me all the way down to the stun spot on the board. I'm going to take this really awesome control token, add it to my player board. Everything that we have in play now gets shuffled into our deck. So remember how I said that this game you're going to continually expand on your deck. Everything you've acquired to this point, all the good stuff, and the hexes like me. Oh, I did say I was going to talk about hexes. All get shuffled back in for this next round. So all our allies come back into the deck here. Jayne has been hexing me. So here's an example of one. Levy Corpus. Discard an ally you have in play. Another one, I can only play 1 item. I have a whole bunch more. She's been busy, hard at work. The other thing that this game has is a discard or banish mechanic. And so these are cards that I've managed to cull from my deck over the course of this game. They're out. The good news is I am getting some of the hexes out. The bad news is my deck is getting smaller and more tight. I'm getting to those good stuff better, which means I'm also getting to my hexes faster. So thank you once again for joining us today as we played through Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle Defense Against the Dark Arts. This is our competitive 2-player deck building for ages 11 and up. It is a standalone game, but if you like this, you might also like our Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle cooperative game. All of these games are available in stores right now, and make sure you join us next week when I teach you some tips and tricks so that you can get the most out of your game on your very first playthrough. Thanks so much.